All right, we're live. Hello and welcome. This is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, LLC, one of your middle class millionaires, doing the quick training for you all, the conclusion from the ABC 123 live streams of the setback, setup, and come up. So today we're covering the come up, but of course, before we get into it, let's do a quick review. We talked about setback is the reversal of the process, and the setup is the setup is the process of making something ready to be used, and the come up is the urban definition for come up is finding a bargain item that is of higher value. And the Webster dictionary said the process to rise, the process to come near, and the process to make an approach. So when we talked about the setback, we was talking about, when we talked about setback, setup, come up, we equated to the NBA champions of 2016, uh, the 2015-2016 season, the Cleveland Cavaliers, because last year they fell short. They had a setback when two of their big three was hurt. Kyrie hurt his knee and Kevin Love hurt his shoulder. And then we also talked about how they had to set up. They had to set up that big three back again. They had to set them up. They had to get the pieces. They had to pick up the pieces, and they had to move forward to the come up, which is eventually winning the championship, right? So when we talked about the setback, we told you that you got to overcome setbacks in business. So I'm looking at my notes right now. You have to acknowledge and embrace uh, the mistakes and move forward. You have to expand your reach, and to expand your reach, you got to get yourself in. You got to get yourself and your business out there. So you got to put everything out there, and you got to promote yourself. So you got to overcome your fears when you're doing that. And then number three for the letter A or setback, you got to take what it says. It says take and focus your actions, right? Take action and focus your actions. Your action should be um you should be taking action all the time, right? So let me keep my notes closer. It says it should be a service. Your actions got to be a service to others too. So no Periscope tonight, uh, but this will be on the website, middleclassmillionaire.pw. You click on live hangouts, and it will take you to all these streams, right? So you can get the review, the business mindset training for come up, set up, and setback. So the 1, 2, 3 for letter B, the setup was get the pieces. It says you got to fine tune your ideas. You got to write it. You got to trust it. You got to test it. And number two was you got to start taking action by planning it, target it, and promote it. Still talking about taking action. And number three was to leave the fear behind you by listing it. You got to list down everything need to be done. Then you got to chunk it, and you got to go at it hard, right? You got to do it hard. You got to do it all the way. And then we had the bonus items: look forward, create value, promote, promote, promote. Make sure you watch the money to be accountable. Make sure you reward and protect yourself. Make sure you value the one over the 100. And you got to find supporters. And the second bonus was you got to, if you're going to start, this is specific for starting an online business. You got to one, get traffic, two, make sales, and three, get a higher margin by making upsells. So, and why do most people fail at online businesses? Because they fail to do number one. They lack traffic to their site. They have no sales process or how to make sales, and they hold themselves back. And if they don't have a sales process, they probably don't have the funnel, or they probably not using someone else's funnel, or they over dependent on someone else's funnel, and they never learn how to create a sales process for themselves with their own voice, their own name, and everything like that. They duplicating someone else, not themselves, and they just reaping the benefits or riding the coattails. So they never find their leadership skills because they never work through it themselves. So they holding themselves back. So tonight, real fast, like I said, letter C, to come up, we calling it not consistent C, but the consistent key. The consistent key is number one, you stay the course of action. So you're taking it one step at a time. You're not trying to, TD Jake said, you don't want to take the elevator up to your leadership. You want to take the stairs because you gotta get used to being on every level. So you gotta be used to staying on every level. So you take the steps, not the escalator, not the elevator up to your leadership position. So you stay the course one step at a time. Then you have to, number two, keep it simple. Keep it simple. You don't want to go and start doing elaborate things. I'm a victim of it. I definitely have done this plenty of times that I find success and then I went and changed. I went and tried to upgrade something that didn't need to be upgraded, didn't keep the basics together, right? I mean, you look at some of these old towns or old restaurants in New York, same furniture, 40, 50, 60 years. They didn't go out and buy all new furniture because they've been successful. They probably banking millions every year, but they trying to keep it simple, trying to keep it traditional. You should do the same, right? And number three, you got to reproduce the results. You could do it and do it again without risking any extra money, without taking any extra risk. And this is me talking to myself that you have to reproduce the results. If I did it one place, I could do it another place. So you make sure you work the same funnel until it breaks. And if you overworking it or if you working it and it's doing its own thing and it's producing what you wanted to produce, you start another one somewhere else, or you find somebody to start it again, or you teach it to somebody else. Because we got to go into reproducing ourselves and reproducing our results if you plan on being a good leader. So the business mindset training. This is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of your middle class millionaires. You can find the information at middleclassmillionaire.pw. Click on live hangouts for all the replays. Make sure you share the stream with your favorite entrepreneur. And like I normally say, you got to be confident, be smart, be fruitful and multiply. That when you start, you don't stop. You have to be consistent until you achieve your goals. Good night to some people and good morning to other people. See you on the next call.